Hey everybody, Toby here with PE Garage coming at you with another episode. Today I want to talk to you about something that unfortunately I've learned the hard way, and that's how to choose the right shop. A lot of the things that we experience when things go south with the shop boil down to communication. So I want to share 3 tips with you today that hopefully can help you avoid some of the things that I've encountered on this project car, on this episode of PE Garage. Stay tuned. Hey y'all, welcome to the project car. Project cars are fun. Project cars are exciting. Project cars can rip your heart out. Unfortunately, this project car is going on 5 years and has taken more money and more time and more tears than pretty much anything I've ever tried. With a little luck and some lessons I learned the hard way, I think maybe this might happen someday. It might be next year, it might be 10 years from now, who knows. Building a project car really relies on one of 2 things. Either you do it yourself and risk it sucking, risk it being unsafe or otherwise not planned out well if it's your first try doing it, or you rely on somebody else to do it. But the bottom line is, if you can't do it yourself or you don't trust yourself to do it, you've got to rely on a shop. I never really worked with many shops before this build. I had a couple of cars painted, but most of the stuff I did was bolt-on things that I did myself. This thing really introduced me to a whole new world of customizing. I can remember looking at the Pro Street cars of yesterday, Matt and Debbie Hay and Rick Dauberton and Rocky Robertson, and just thinking, man, someday that's a dream for me to build a car like that. And this car, if nothing else, it has taught me just how remarkable those builds were, that they were, for the most part, built in small shops using just simple hand tools. So I want to share 3 tips with you today that hopefully can help you avoid some of the things that I've encountered on this project car. It sounds simple, it seems stupid, but put it in writing. I can't tell you how many times I've communicated back and forth with a shop and I thought everything was crystal clear. So whether that's a parts list, chances are you've got parts that have to go there to be part of the fabrication project, whether it is an estimate or a job, put it all in writing. If we can put it in writing and we can both sign on the dotted line, as it were, we know up front what we are expecting to get from the shop, and the shop knows what they are expected to do, and hopefully at a price that we can both agree upon. Number 2, can't emphasize this one enough, get references. Lots of shops have cool, flashy websites with tons of build pics, but really it boils down to reputation. Now, there are several different types of shops out there. There's the one-man show where it's a guy out of his own shop and you can usually count on getting a better price, but it's typically going to be slower and their capabilities might not be what those higher-end shops may be. The large shops have got a lot of overhead. That's going to mean it's expensive, okay? But oftentimes that will come at a little bit of a faster pace. A good friend of mine, Ben Brewer, told me that you can have it fast, you can have it good, or you can have it cheap. You pick 2 of those 3 and that's what you get. Call around, try to find customers who have worked with that shop. How easy are they to work with? How close do they stick to their budget? How good are they about notifying you when things maybe take a turn? This is in no way an attempt to bash any shop. It's just, as a customer, I want to make an informed decision. So tip number 2 is do your homework. Tip number 3, check in from time to time. I've heard horror stories from friends all over the country about their project cars that have sat untouched in a corner of some shop. I just don't understand the logic behind that. Why would a shop tell you they're ready for your car and then leave you to sit and rot in some kind of purgatory? Unfortunately, this car has been 1,200, 1,500 miles away from me, so I relied on text messages and emails. I couldn't just pop in to check on its progress. if the car is within driving distance from you, it's not a bad idea to pop in. Don't make a pest out of yourself, but at the same time, it's not a bad idea to keep that communication open. Sometimes things in your mind that you thought would look cool just don't work out. And the only way to really tell is to be there and to see those things. All right, so that's it. I hope that helps. 3 tips that I'm hoping can help you avoid some of the mistakes I've made. Put it in writing, check references, and check in from time to time. Doing those and other things can hopefully make your project go smoothly. If nothing else, this thing's taught me how to do things for myself. I'm still no paint and body man. There's a lot of work to be done on this sucker, but I've learned some skills along the way, and I don't have to rely on other people. And that's really what this ought to be all about. Okay? So tune in next time. If you've got questions, concerns, comment below. Would love to have you subscribe to the channel. My hope is to keep growing this thing. So tune in next time to PE Garage. This is Brooks signing out. Peace.